Ah, long time no see, everyone, and hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here I'm giving you, um, basically my own personal new thoughts on the new Robert Pattinson 2021 trailer for his Batman movie. Because it came out on Saturday, and of course I didn't make a video on it until now. But it's been a while since I have made a video since probably June, early July at least. And that was like late August. So I apologize taking a long time off. Uh, I know I know better excuses. I just should be, even my boss is like, you should get back to doing this. But my thoughts on the trailer, and I just loved. Okay, the first few things I just picked on the trailer first off was the tone of like how, um, like this is the same director who directed, um, um, Dawn and War of the Planet of the Apes. Um, in which, like, he then sets like a gritty internal mental struggle for what he's brought to those movies. And what I think he's really going to learn, give well in these movies is, as I stated a few years ago at IFN Expos, is that they're supposed to be more grounded and mature and grim. And I really appreciate those aspects going into this film and seeing how he's really going to honor that with the trailer. Because the trailer looks so good. I love this trailer. I really, first off, I love the mood. I love the visceral, this grimness. Like it just gives you that stretching and the tape. Like, oh, what the hell's this? And then they hit the Nirvana song kick in, like something in a way, which you just feel like, oh, like this is like only like a Batman in this storyline. There's gonna be like 2 years in of only being like 2 years in at Batman, and I really love that focus and that narrative and idea of like how this is a younger Batman who's gonna make mistakes, but who's gonna be learning from these as on and on. But I love the idea of like this tone and the perspective of these hinting at riddles, which everyone has apparently already figured out, including myself. Is not that hard. But I love how it builds with these ideas of these clues with the Riddler, who's going to be played by Paul Dano, and which I think is going to be really interesting, considering he's always been like the film industry punching bag actor. He has that, not to be mean to him, but he has that real punchable face. You see that in Prisoners. You see that in these so many other films he's been in. So you only wonder how he's going to stack up to Robert Pattinson as a Batman, and how you see him within these little subliminal queries that he's leaving after these crimes, and how the police officers are reenacting with Batman. I love how they're going to interact that with the story. I don't know much. I'm just conspirizing, which is something I don't like all that much. I don't like conspiracy theories. I consider them personally a huge waste of time. But this is something I'm gonna definitely lower my guard for. I'm just like, oh, considering like Batman is one of the great comic book characters of all time, and how it just intrudes this brooding, grim look to it, and I love all these incredible moments. And you see like a bit of the narration of Alfred, who's going to be played by Andy Serkis, because I love that gravelly voice. You hear that in some of his later films, but it definitely brings it in, and the mood and the tone of the directing and song really reaffirms this. And everyone's comparing it to like a noir. I'm comparing this to much more of a thriller, like a '90s, '80s thriller. It reminds me of something like Zodiac or Manhunter, along those lines of. And I really do hope that these riddles that we see in it do threaten Batman. They threaten the police officers, and they threaten like these certain stories that come out, and to really bring out a new storyline rather than having just like a fan idea of like, oh, all these characters jumped in together in this film. And knowing that there's a bunch of characters in this movie, like Catwoman, played by Zoe Kravitz, and Colin Farrell as a Penguin, and Paul Dano as a Riddler. never ever ever has there been any comic book movie out there with more than two villains that has successfully and or critically have worked as a good movie. Like Batman and Robin, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. And it's just like, oh, that track record on that. And I really hope this can break that mold, in my view. And it just looks so weird for me. Like, this exciting and visceral and cool. And I love to look at the art of the um of the costume. It looks really armor like and practical. There's not much too much texture on it, but it looks just like interwoven and almost battle armor feel to it. And the logo looks so reminiscent of the Batman Arkham games, like Arkham Asylum, Arkham Origins. And again, you just have these. It just evokes this like really mysterious, tense thriller vibe to it. That I'm really hoping that it challenges this new Batman in a brand new way, rather than having like a fan compilation of everything we want in the Batman movie. And I really do hope they incorporate the story well smartly enough. Have these storylines and these thematic overtures coming in smartly and skillfully enough. And to me, I just really, really hope they stick the landing, because just goddamn, I'm vengeance. Just, you see that beat down, like, who are you? And he's like, beats him, he's like, I'm vengeance. Just, oh. What can I say? It just looks amazingly badass. I cannot help but fanboy at it. I love this trailer. It's just because 2020 has been a rather crappy year for the majority of us, and this is a real beacon of hope lit by this trailer. And I'm sure all of us, when Robert Pattinson was cast as him, we all just went, "What, really?" But then again, that's how everyone kind of felt when Heath Ledger was cast, and look where that's now. So yeah, in the end, I'm just really, really, really excited for this, and I'm really hoping. What more can I say? You could probably find the link for the trailer down below. And I just love it. And so yeah, the big thumbs up for me. Peace.